Today, we will go into an interesting set of functions called date functions. Just like you have string and numeric functions in Oracle, you even have another set of inbuilt functions called date functions. Now, before we go into date functions in detail, let's learn something about the system date, sysdate. So how do you get the current system date from SQL? So, you can simply give select sysdate from dual. So you will get the system date. Now look here very carefully. As of now, in my machine Oracle, the system date is like this: date, then month in words, just three letters, OCT -21. So this particular format you will have to remember, because this is the format in which your Oracle in your machine has configured the system date: DD MMM YY. Okay, so we'll remember that for future. Okay, now let's learn something called date functions. We've learned what is system date and how to get system date. Now we'll learn a few things like add months, MONTHS, last underscore day, months underscore between. We learn these three first, and then we'll go into things later. Now, first one, what we learned is add months. How do you do add months? Now, add months means, to the system date, add a set of months. So, something like this: select, just copy the same thing over here. Select add underscore months. You are adding a set of months to a particular date. So, we'll first see it with system date. System date, comma, let's say 4 from dual. That is, to the current date, I am adding a 4 months, and I am now checking what is the date, what is the result date. So, I'll just copy this from here. And paste it over there. So, 4 months from now, it will be 4th February 2022. Now, I've done this with system date. Now, you need not always do it with system date. Like, imagine you want to find out from a particular date, what is 4 months later from a particular date. So, instead of system date, you can give any date. So, I'll just give a random date. Whatever date you give, it should always be in single quotes. Otherwise, you will get a formatting error. So, I'll just give a random, let's say 01/01/90. Okay, so mind you, I cannot be giving it like 01, because if you look into my system date, it is a month, OCT. So if I give 01, I might get an error. So to be on the safer side, I give it as 01 Jan, because why? My system date is in that format. So let's see, 4 months from 1st Jan 90, what would be the date? So just copy this from here. I'll put it this side. So 4 months from Jan, it will be May 90. Now, I'll even just see this, what will happen. If I give, instead of 01, it is always safer you give it JAN, because that is how your system date is. Okay, you might get an error, because they're telling it is not a valid month. 01 is not a valid month, because in my sys date, the format is OCT, or JAN or JUL, 3 letters, MMM, not in the format of numeric. So that is why I get an error. So always be clear that whenever you enter the sys date, whenever you enter a date, see that it follows the format of the system date. We'll next go into this function called last day. Okay, so let's see first the system date. Select last underscore date, sys date, from dual. Last underscore. I gave hyphen, it is an error. Last underscore. Okay, so this particular month, my system date is what? Always keep that in mind. My system date is today's date, which is 4/10/21, not 4/10, it is 4 October. Also. So it gives in this particular month, what is the last day? So you need not always give system date. You can give like, I'll give I can give any random date. 1 July 21. Okay, the last day of the month, which is the last day of the month. So the last day of the month, July would be 31st July. You can give an aliasing for that field. So instead of this particular thing, last day, blah blah blah, which I get over here, I've renamed it to LJ. Okay, so this is how you work on last day of the month. Now we'll see the number of months between. Okay, months between two particular dates. So mind you, you will need two dates, and then you will be calculating the number of months between the dates. So let's see. Select months between. Okay, you should be giving 2 days. So both the dates, it should be separated with commas. I'll just give some random dates. 0, 1, Jan, let's say 90 between. Okay, and I will give one more date. Let's say 31 July 93. So the number of months between these two dates. Copy it from here. I'll put it beside. Okay. So I get minus 42. Why do I get minus 42? Because this is a smaller date. Imagine I just did the reverse. It's like 42.96, because if it was 0101, I would have got currently a month. So I mean a whole number, because it is between a 31 till the 31st. It is not 1 month complete. That is why. So imagine I give a higher date over here. Let's say 93, and then here I give 90. I will get a positive. Just like you do your normal subtractions. Because the first date was a smaller date, I got a negative number. So just copy this and just change the years. The months also will now differ. The answer will also differ. Okay, so I get a whole number. Okay, so that is how you get positive numbers and whole numbers. You can count manually and then find out the validity of the answer. Okay, we'll see the next function called next underscore date. Okay, so we'll just write the function, the format of it. Now, this is a very interesting function. Select next underscore day. Now this next underscore day will also take in 2 arguments. Okay, let's see how it works. Okay, next underscore day. Let's say I'll give today's date. Today's date, I need not type it. I just simply write this date. And I want to find out, today is Monday, right? I want to find out the next Monday. Okay, I want to find out the next Monday from dual. Monday should be in a single quotes because that is a string. So I am finding out the day, the date, which is just the next Monday after today's date. I'll copy from here. I'll put it this side. Okay, so next Monday is 11th October. I need not give system date. I can give in a random date. Mind you, date should be in single quotes. Let's say July 95. The next Monday after 8th July. So they're telling 10th July. So most probably 8th July would have been a Saturday. 8th July would have been a Saturday. And the next Monday after that would be given as 10th July. I can give, NM. The next Monday, you can give an Ilyasin. Okay, so this is how you work with NM. Next Monday. Just like you have rounding in numeric, you can even work with the round function in dates. So let's see how to do it. Rounding to a particular month or rounding to a particular year. So just like your next day, this will also take in two arguments. So this is how you work on it. Select round from dual. So now here you can give in a date, but when you give in a date in your round function, it is always better to use it together with another function called toDate. toDate and toCar, after some time we will learn it in detail. So this is actually toDate means you are converting it to a proper date function. So I'll just give in a date over here. toDate, let's say 2 July 2 underscore July 95. Okay, the date, comma, let's say I want to convert or I want to round it up to the nearest month. Let's see what happens. Okay, now look here. I rounded off 2nd July 95 to the next nearest month. If you look here, the date is 2. So, it just gets rounded off to the lower month. Just like your numbers, if you have things greater than 0.5, it gets rounded off to the next highest number, and things below 0.5, you get it rounded to the lowest number. In months also the same thing happens. If you have a date lesser than 15, it gets rounded to the just lower month. And if you have a date greater than 15, it will get rounded off to the next higher month. Okay, so let's see what happens over here. So give me in a chat box, what will be the answer for this particular function? Select round to date, 22nd July 95. Okay, so tell me what will be the answer. If I give you a date like this, 22nd July 95, which month will it be rounded up to? Okay, type in your chat box, which month will it be rounded up to? Quickly give me an answer in your chat box. 22nd July 95 will be rounded up to which month? This works. Okay. The earlier one, you were all correct. It gets rounded up to August. Now let's see here. Now, why am I giving it y? That is how the format is. I have to give it y. You will get an error. So, if you give it to the year, let's see what happens. I copy it over here. Okay. It will get rounded up to the just higher year. Because it is 22nd July 95. Half of the year is over. So, I get it rounded up till 96. Instead, if I gave it over here, like let's say May 22, May 95, you see what happens. Okay, May, 5th month, first half of the year, which means it gets rounded up till the just lower year, 95. So this is how the round function works. The difference between two dates, because as the function itself tells, you will have to have two dates just like your month between. So this is how I do it. Select the date difference between two dates. So I'll just give some random dates. First Jan 90 and then 18th July 95, 2 days from today. Copy and put it over here. Date, difference, I'm getting an error. See, all these functions, they are actually SQL functions, workable database functions. But in our version of Oracle, in SQL plus Oracle, these things will not work. Not all functions, not all date functions work on all the variants of SQL. So these are other functions which you might find in your books. But in our particular version of SQL, these things will not work. Next, we'll see a function called extract. Okay. Now, extract is to extract either a year or a month from a particular date. So this is how you work on it. Select, extract. Extract means what? Take out. Take out. Extracting the pulp of a fruit. Taking out. Okay. So extract. Imagine you want the current year from the system date. Year from system date. Like, you get a question like, which year? Okay, which year was the order shipped? But instead, no, what you have is actually a date. You want to take out a year from the particular date. You give extract year from the date. So let's see what happens. You know what is the system date? This is the system date. So copy it and put it this side. Okay. So, you are extracting the year. You are extracting the year from the system date. Not only system date, you can give in any date in single quotes. You will get it. So instead, from system date, I'm giving, let's say, 01 Jan 1900. I didn't end it up with a single quote. My date was incomplete. That is why that error came up. Year from. It is working only with system date. Okay, so that's how. Same way you can even extract the month, like month from system date. I give MN. The month, the 10th month. October is the 10th month. The same way I can even extract my day. Okay. 4th. Today is the 4th. So that is how the extract function works. You can either extract the year or a month or a day from the particular system date. Now, we learn two very important functions. One is called toChar, C-H-A-R, and the other one is called toDate. Both of them are date functions, to_char and to_date. So first we learn to_char. Now, to_char means it is used to convert a date to a specified date format. So let's see how to do it. Once you see how we do it, you will understand it easily. So this is what toChar is used for, to convert a date to a given format. So select to_char. System date. I'll give the system date. System date. Now you know what the system date format is. It is DD, MON, YY. Now you want it in a particular format. So that format can be given over here. Now imagine you want it to come in a date like DD -MM, comma, YY. If you look over here, here it is DD, MON, YY, but you are interested in this kind of a format. I'll just write my function of select sysdate over here. Select sysdate from here. Okay, it it comes in this format, but you're not interested in that format. You want it in another format. So, you can use the to car. Now, I converted this particular format into this format. Or let's say you want it in the DDMMYY format. You want it in this particular format, DDMMYY format. You will be writing it so. Copy, put it that side. Okay, now it came in the format 4, 10, 20, 21. So, to convert a date to a specified date format, you use the function called toCar. ToDate and toCar, they go hand in hand. Let's see what ToDate does. Select to_date, we'll give in a date from dual. Now, okay, before that, let's see one small thing. Here you were converting the sysdate to a particular date format. So now I'll just do this. Let's see. Select toCar. Okay, if you look here, we were doing the sysdate. Now imagine you want a particular date in a particular format. So you want a date like DD in the format called DDMM-YY, and you were giving here sysdate. You were giving a sysdate, and then you were converting it to this particular format. Now instead of giving the sysdate, like imagine I want to give a date like 1st Jan 2020. So I'll copy this from here and put it over here. Now look, I am getting an error because this is actually considered as a string. Now, if you want to give things like this, you should be giving the ToDate. So mind you, this is an error. This is an error. So let's see it with ToDate. I had 2 brackets over here. Too much brackets. When I copied it, it came down. Now this will work. ToDate. So this you are usually using your sysdate to a specified date format, and here it is actually a string date. String. Okay. Now you have got the differences between toCar and ToDate. Now I'll go once again. toCar means you can work it with the system date, and ToDate means you can work it with any given a string format date. Now we learn a few more functions together with toCar and ToDate. Now if you give day over here, the day of that particular date would come. So I've just given over here, select toCar. Kindly mute everybody. So here I gave toCar system date day. The same way, if I want it for any day, any date, I should be using ToDate. So I'll just copy this from here. Okay. So this day function will work only with my toCar. I'll just copy it over here. So it will give me which day of the month. So it will give me 4th. Today is the 4th October. It is a Monday. So if you want to find out the day of a particular system date, you can use it together with toCar DAY. The same way you can even write over here month, MONTH. Copy. He give me October. Okay. The same way I can even give DD. DD means the day. He give me the 4th. So Together with this, together with conversion, you can even find the exact day, the month, and the year with respect to car. It won't work with to date. It will work only with to car. So that is the to car and the to date functions. Formatting in dates. Okay, formatting in dates or date functions. So let's see what is that. These formatting, they usually work with the to car, to underscore car function. So let's see how it works. Select to underscore car. Let me give my sysdate, comma. Now, see, usually if you remember, if you can visualize, you write like this now. The 5th of the month, FIFTH. 5th of the month, you spell it out, like, even though it is 4th October 21, we usually say FORTH. We have this TH coming in, TH. So this is what you call by formatting. You spell it out, even though it is 04, you spell it out, spell out the day. This day is actually DD now. You spell it out and then you add up a TH. You DD and TH. DD, you usually use it for your day. So, that is what I want. That is what I want. So what I'm planning to do is, I have my system date. I'll just take my system date from here. Select this date from dual. Now what I want is the date partner. The date part is 04. So it is DD. Date is DD. And then I want to add that TH to it. I want to add the TH to it. So I write DD TH from dual. Okay. So I get it like this, 04 TH. Now, I want it FOURTH. FOURTH. So let's see how you do it. Now, before that, we'll see like month. Okay. Before we see the date, let's see the month. OCT. OCT, look here, it is already in letters, but this is a number. So, what I did is I took the day and then I just added up a TH. So that is why this particular thing, it came as 04 TH. Now look here, the month. The month is already spelled halfway. It is already, OCT. It is already in my string format. So I can just type like this. To car, this is date. I want a whole spelling for that. So I'll write the month. Month is what? MM. And then I will write in an MMSP. So, I took the month and then, it is already halfway spelled. So, I write it over here, SP. So let's see what happens. Spell it out. So, it came out 10. TEN, took the month. The month is October. And then I spelled it out. Now, let's see. This came it as TEN. Now, come back over here. The 04 also I want to spell it out. Look here when I spelled out October, the 10th month, it came it as TEN. So here all what I want to do is I just need to spell it out here also. Here what I can write is, imagine it is 10. I want to write it as TH. I want the TH to be added. What I take is I take the month, I spell it out, and then I add a TH. MMSP. So let's see what happens. Okay, so it came 10th. I took the month, OCT. It was the 10th month. I took the month. I spelled it out. OCT is the 10th month. I spelled it out. And then I added the TH. Okay, so the same way I can take DD. I took the day. I spelled it out. And then I'm adding a TH. Let's see what happens over here. Okay, I took the D. DD. DD is what? The day. The day is 4th. I spelled it out. 04 is FOUR. And then I add a TH. Okay, so this is how these formatting words works: DD, MM, SP, and TH.